Good afternoon and welcome to the Monday Noontide. I'm Heidi Thompson, your host, and I'm an estate planning attorney here in Phoenix. I help people with wills and trusts to make sure that what they're working for goes to the people they love and the causes they care about. And today on our show, I have the joy of featuring my friend, Kimberly OBannon. She runs a network in action group, and I can't wait for her to share more about that. So, Kimberly, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Heidi. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So, first, tell me about yourself.
So, um, so I'm actually originally from back east, and my father was a construction worker, so we traveled all the time growing up. And anyways, so I'm kind of from all over. I mean, I'm not a native of Arizona like some folks, like my husband, but I was an engineer out of college, and I got a job working with the Department of Navy and the Department of Defense. And I did that for over 10 years. And then I had kind of a life changing experience. I had quadruplets. I gave birth to
Oh,
four
yeah.
babies at the same time. So that changed my career path, as you can imagine. And so, as the girls were growing up, I started doing more what people call digital marketing, building apps, building websites, sales funnels, that type of thing. And I've been doing that for the past 8 years. And then when the girls graduated last year from high school, I decided I wanted to get out from behind my computer and start meeting people again. And so I purchased a franchise called Network in Action. Of course, I did it right before the pandemic hit. So it's been a bit of a interesting experience growing one when you can't actually meet in person at the time.
But you've learned to adjust and adapt
Yes.
and all of that. So let's talk a little bit more about your business. Like what drew you to Network in Action and what is that all about?
What drew me to it is, believe it or not, I kind of felt like I could use my momming skills, if you will, for the networking group. And what I mean by that is, raising four kids at the same time. I learned a lot of, organizational skills and, how everybody is different, but you still have to treat them the same as they're
I'm
growing up.
sure. Yes.
And that's kind of how I look at my networking group. I like to help each business owner grow and get more leads, as well as, just kind of, um, I don't know, like I said, I try to treat them each equally, but everybody's different still, if that makes sense.
Totally does. Absolutely. So dude, just tell me about your business.
Okay, well, the network in action is a little different than other business networking groups that people might have been in. For instance, since it is my business, I'm not a volunteer. So I'm out here actually looking for all my members. I'm looking on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, and I'm always listening for somebody looking for whatever they might be looking for, like in your case, your estate planning. Also, it is a monthly commitment versus weekly. That saves over 80 hours in a year for a business owner when you don't have to get in your car and drive somewhere every week. Even when you're doing it weekly over Zoom, it's still taking much more time than this one 90-minute commitment. And it's also different. Each of my meetings are different than other groups. We don't stand up and just do our little elevator pitch, but we actually do interactive activities, if you will. And I also try to always add a value. So I always teach about digital marketing or, your Google My Business page or whatever I can do to try to help add value to that. Another thing is we use technology. We have a mobile app and a website, so everybody gets their own little one-page website. What's really great about that is when you do a referral, now when I refer you, somebody can click on your link and actually see you. You have a video there. They see all about your business. Um, Big thing also we offer is technology around getting reviews. I
Mhm.
have a software that is part of the additional benefits to being in the group, and it allows you to get reviews on your Google My Business page or Facebook or Yelp or all three. And it's really great because it's a one click kind of, just ask somebody to send you a review. And you can also, with Network in Action, they offer virtual a virtual meeting once a month, so you can connect with people all across the United States, all for the same group. So it's not, separate. And then lastly, I would just say that I'm, out here. The goal of the group is to really help the members, not so much the visitors. Like in other groups, visitors come in and it's all about the visitors. In this case, it's all about my members, my family.
I love that. I love that. And being a part of your group, I have to say what I like most is the creativity that you put into the meetings.
Oh, thank you.
Um, it's I've attended several other groups that shall go unnamed, and every week it's the same thing. It's the commercials around the room, and by the second time, you kind of are familiar with the commercials, and it's just kind of dreadful and boring. And this is not like that at all. It's
Okay, thank you.
You really do mix it up, and we still know what everybody does, but it's with different prompts and different conversations. So I've
Yes.
I've really enjoyed that. So,
Oh, thank
um,
you.
so do you offer other services in addition to the Network in Action group?
So I do. As part of the network in action, I also do interviews with everybody and I post it all on social media. And that's part of what I offer in what I call my techie hacks for small business owners. I not only do like the basic websites, but I do social media marketing, for them as well as sales funnels. Like I help them put together webinars like might have been to and that type of thing. And um, and it's just really important because even if you're like other businesses, I help like on LinkedIn and Facebook business pages and Google My Business. And it's just very important because to me, you want to connect with people not only in real life, like in Network in Action, but you want to connect with them online. And that, takes a little bit of effort as well.
And I have to say, the folks that you've attracted are just it's some really neat people in the room. I've
I
enjoyed
think
getting
so.
to know them, so that's been really special too. Um, are did we miss anything? Is there how else is Network in Action different from traditional referral groups? Did we kind of cover all
Um,
that?
yeah, the a couple other things I didn't mention is we also offer you can become a published author with Network in Action. They do it one of two ways. Some groups individually publish a book, and that of course, publishing a book gives you more credibility for each of the people that are in the book. Or if you have a business that can be done anywhere in the U.S., you can be part of the Network in Action overall book, if you will. So that's another way that we stand out. And lastly, the franchise requires me to do a background check on everyone. And I know people at first are like, what's that about? But honestly, it is to help make sure that, that little added touch to know that you can refer to somebody. They have this crazy story that supposedly someone was trying to become a member and they had just gotten out of jail for like embezzlement, so and they
That
wanted to
would
be
not
like
be
the
good.
the accountants or something. So, so anyways, they do require a background check, and it's just like I said, that extra little confidence in referring people.
Absolutely. Oh, I appreciate that. So, how can people connect with you?
Well, first off is LinkedIn. Under LinkedIn, I'm Kimberly OBannon. I also have a Facebook business page called Stellar Connections, Network in Action. And then lastly, my website is stellarconnectionsaz.com.
StellarConnectionsAZ.com.
Yes.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd love to share with my friends out there?
Yeah, I kind of missed one of the most important parts of my network in action. I offer a guaranteed return on investment. So I don't know if you've ever been in a group that offers that, but how that works is if the members agree to attend 11 out of 12 of the monthly meetings and pass 12 referrals through the system, then I will guarantee up to 10 times the return on investment in the group. So that's the other really big thing that Network in Action is very adamant that we support.
That's fabulous. That's really a special perk. You don't find that in the other groups.
I
Um,
don't think so.
At all. And I know that you are definitely out there actively advocating. It seems like I'm always getting Facebook notifications when people are looking for an estate planning attorney. I appreciate that you're advocating for me out there, and I know you're doing that for the rest of the group as well. So,
You're more than welcome, and that's what I enjoy that extra little benefit. Like I said, when I'm in Facebook groups or just networking on my own, I'm like, oh hey, you need to meet Heidi.
well, I appreciate that. And I can say too, we have been doing some live meetings as it's been allowed. And I feel like in this world, we're craving that live time with people, and it seems like the relationships are just so sweet now because you value the chance to be able to be there with people.
Exactly, and it's not just, yeah, you're not having those big events where people just go around and throw their business cards at everybody, but instead you're really building relationships, and like you said, it is nice when we're finally getting to see each other in person again.
And I'll also say you pick places with really good food too for the meetings. That's I've
I'm
enjoyed
glad you
that
like
too.
that. Us
So,
Italian people.
well, I do love Italian food. I love a lot of food, let's just be honest. So, but if you happen to be in a category that it's something that is not already in a group, because it is, at least the NIA group is a category specific group.
Yeah, the local one is, but the
Yep,
national one is not.
correct. And then the Techie Hacks is not. So that's an
And the
option
tech,
too if they
correct.
wanted to get with you. And if they wanted to work with you on things with some digital marketing, that would also be an option to get in touch with you for that. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And with that, I always do a 30-minute interview or video to find out what the person really needs. And if I can offer the service, I will do so. And if not, I'll refer you to someone who I know can help you.
That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, Kimberly, I appreciate that so much. Just one more time, go ahead and give your contact information for people if they missed it before.
So the website is stellarconnectionsaz.com, and the LinkedIn is Kimberly OBannon is the LinkedIn name.
All
And my
righty.
Facebook is Network in Action, Stellar Connections.
Okay, very good. Kimberly, thank you so much for sharing today. I really appreciate you being on here and chatting with me. I love the group you've put together. I hope other people will join. You know what? Are there a couple categories of people that you're kind of looking for that you might want to invite?
Yes, I am still working to find a good CPA or bookkeeper
Okay,
for everyone. Also, I'd like to get a couple more attorneys in there. I'd love to get like a business attorney or family law, those type of things. Oh, and then lastly, I have talked to, and I'm still looking for though, a certified divorce financial planner. So
very
I'm
good.
going to use that.
Excellent. Well, and I know we've got our loan officer that's the certified divorce, so that'll be an excellent power partner for her. So I think that's a great move. So, well, fantastic, Kimberly. And so, if you are one of my friends in the network and you're in one of those categories, you're looking for a really great um, group to be a part of that doesn't have a weekly commitment, just a monthly commitment, and then just a neat group of people in the room that you'll enjoy, including Kimberly. I do hope that you'll reach out. And if you need help with your digital marketing, call Kim. If you want to learn just some techie tips, join that techie tips group. There's some cool stuff out there. She had us do a little task at one of our meetings with LinkedIn that was just all kinds of cool. So, anyway, but for more on that, you definitely need to get in touch with her. Um, I'm Heidi Thompson. This concludes today's episode of the Monday Noontide. If you are also putting off that estate plan, I can tell you whether you think you have an estate or not, you have an estate plan, and it's the state's plan. And if you don't trust the state, then you need to get your estate done, and I'd be happy to fill that for you. I will make it easy. You won't fill out any paperwork, and I will come to you. So you can get in touch with me at 602 529 1827 or at info@lifeguardinglegacies.com or visit my website for an appointment at lifeguardinglegacies.com. Consultations are always free. Thanks, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks again, Kim,
Bye.
and take care, my good friends.
Thanks, Heidi.